G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Pierre, this is Simple Home Brew. I'm doing a new brew today. It's something that was sent to me by BlackRock and I think it's a promotion time. Basically, they're trying to push a product that I believe is going to be the best one in the world. I can tell you now. That's a big statement, but it's a product that will work. If you're interested, I'm going to do a crafted IPA, brew in a bag by BlackRock. Now, I tried this product a few years back and thought, wow, I'm getting the best beers out of this. My beers are coming out perfect. They're tasting great. And if I add a little hops to it, it even tastes better. It's just working perfectly. And the idea of these new ones is that they're not using a fully concentrated product. They're actually putting it into a bag. Now, the idea is not to put anything else into it other than maybe some flavouring, like hops, so you don't need to put any additions in it. So you just use basically what's in the bag. So I'm going to unbox this today. I'm going to show you what it's all about and let you know what I think of the product. I'm going to brew it as well in my stainless steel fermenter. What I've got is a New Zealand premium concentrated brewer's wort, BlackRock, New Zealand. New Zealand is great. I've been there a few times now. We're going to unbox it. So what have we got? We've got the instruction manual. The instruction manual actually tells you how to process or do this beer. It isn't science. It isn't rocket science. They've done all the science. We're just going to make it in our fermenter and ferment it. On the back of the actual instructions, there's a little chart here that, you know, some people, if they believe they want a higher flavour, higher ABV, go for it. It gives you a chart on what it will be at 18 litres. It'll be 7.4% alcohol and 49 IBU. I'm going to do 20 litres because I do it in kegs. So it's no point me doing it at 23 litres because it's going to go to waste a little bit. 20 litres is what I'm doing today, and I'm also going to dry hop. They recommend a combination of Centennial, Cascade, Mosaic, Amarillo, Chinook, Simcoe, and Citra. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do Simcoe and I'm going to do Amarillo today. I'm going to do 100 grams. No, I'm not. I'm going to do 50 grams of Simcoe and I'm going to do 25 grams of Amarillo. So hopefully that'll come out really good. And they're all going to be dry hopped at day 2-ish. So as you can see, I threw it away. We've got the brew in the bag. We've also got USA5 yeast. And that's going to go in there as soon as we're finished. The idea is this makes it real easy to brew. The bag itself is just a goon bag, just like that, full with wort, and that's concentrated wort, but it's more liquidy. So it's not like the molasses that we've been used to working with. So we don't have to heat it up. We don't have to do anything. We just pour it into a sanitized fermenter. Now, this is oxygen-free. It stores. There is a use-by date on this. It was on the box somewhere. It did say, there it is, the 7th of the 11th, 2026. So it's got about a year of a shelf life. And I'm happy to, it's actually more than a year, it's about a year and a half, maybe two. So a couple of years of shelf life is pretty good. So all I've got is this brew in a bag. I'm going to squeeze this into my sanitized fermenter and fill my fermenter up to another 20 litres. I don't know how much liquid is in this bag, which is going to be a problem because my fermenter does not have graduations on it. It doesn't tell me how much is in there. So I'm wondering if it's actually written on the box. No. Is the bag going to tell me how much is in it? It is not. This is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to measure this out beforehand to find out how much is in there so I can get the proper measurement of 20 litres. Okay, we'll get my measuring jug out, which is this fella. This is a 3 litre measuring jug. I will clean it, sanitize it. It's clean, but I'm going to sanitize it anyway to make sure it is actually sanitized and clean, ready for my wort. So I've got sanitizer in there. I'm going to swirl that around in there to make sure that there is no bacteria in it. Make sure it's fully sanitized because I need to make sure I put the right amount of wort in my fermenter. Now my fermenter also needs to be emptied out. So I'll do that now. Do need to swirl it around in here. Make sure it is clean and ready. As you can see, I've got a hop bong on top ready for my hops. That will be taken off in a minute to actually add the sanitizer, the stuff into it. Wow, just reaches, just fits on top, just clears the top of my finger. So I'm going to empty that out anyway. So that's emptying out and making sure that the fermenter is completely free of bacteria. I did clean this fermenter out just recently. It is going to be full of oxygen, but I need to still make sure it's clean when I use it. So let me tell you, these guys have been kind enough to give me 4 of these kits, and I'm going to do them all in the next series of videos and explain to you what I'm doing to make them flavoursome. One of them, which is the lager, I'm going to actually leave alone. I'm not going to put any hops in it. I'm going to just brew that on its own as a kit on its own. I'm going to do a playlist for all the Black Rocks beers and pop a link down here in the video for it all. So if you're interested, check it out. It's pretty interesting. So I'm going to squeeze my bag into this sanitized jug, and that's going to give me an idea. Oh, look, there's a pull tab on that. Look at that. We shall pull that tab. I'm going to pour that into this jug and see how much actual work we have. All right, I was hoping that we'd have less than 3 litres, but it looks like I'm almost at 3 litres already. That's 3 litres, and the jug's not quite done. Pull that in. Okay, that's 3 litres. What I'll do is I'll actually empty the rest of the bag into this jug and then top it up to 3 litres again. So I've got the amount of water using not tap water, but what do you call it? What do you call it? What's the water when it's filtered water? What a dingbat. Yeah, so I'm going to rinse this out. So it's about, what I can see here, it was 3 litres and 500, so 3.5 litres in the jug, in the bag. Interesting. So I'll fill that back up with filtered water. And we'll swirl it around in there. You get a bit of a rinse. We'll pour that in as well. Pour that in. Give it another swirl. This also oxygenates or oxidizes the actual fluid. So it's really cool. So pour that in. For me, that's come out clear from the bag. The bag is clean. Done. I'm just going to top that up to another 3 litre, to the 3 litre mark, and that gives us 9 litres. And at this point, I'm at 9 litres. You can actually add your yeast, which I'll do now. I'll add the yeast now, so when I put it in and start stirring it, it'll all stir together. Where's my spray gun? If you guys haven't seen this channel before, I use a spray gun with sanitizer in it, so I can spray my products that I'm about to put into the beer. And I want to make sure that no external bacteria gets into my beers. Guys, you got to be careful with this. I mean, it's fine. If you do, because the yeast will actually overtake any kind of bacteria. But once it's finished, that's when the bacteria starts taking over. So you've got to drink it quickly if you don't do it right. I'll throw that in. That's 11.5 grams of yeast, SO5. And we're going to add another 3 litres to make it 12 litres. How easy is this? It's as easy, or probably easier, well, as easy as doing a fresh wort kit. We're done. So we've successfully mixed our beer, our brew, put our yeast in, and created, or started to create, an exceptional beer, hopefully. And of course, there's no stirring involved. Don't need to worry about stirring it because it's stirred by pouring and mixing and doing what it does. Maybe? Yeah, I'm going to stir it. I just realised it's probably a good thing. I'm going to use a plastic stirrer because... I'll just drop that there, all right? Because... Oh my God, that bloody pain in the ass. Here we go. Oh, what's that on it? And dirty spoons. I'm going to clean everything again. The only thing about being in a oh, look, my bloody things just stopped spraying. What's going on here? Alright, it's back. Can't have things going wrong, I can tell you. I'm going to make sure my spoon's clean. Okay, spoon's clean, ready to go. I'm just going to give it a quick stir. There could be a little bit on the bottom. What the? Where'd it go? I just want to make sure it's stirred up. Go away, fly. Just to be sure. Alright, that'll do. That's more than enough that I care for. Done. Alright, so the idea the idea is I'm going to dry hop this with Simcoe and Amarillo, and I'm going to use the hop bong to do it. Now the hop bong isn't perfect. I do need to get some bits and pieces to make sure it make sure my quick connects fit underneath the hop bong, because it's a bit wide and a bit in the way. That's fine. I'm going to do that. And just quickly, that's been on the surface. I'll better quickly spray that. Now, if you're wondering too, this sanitizer is like a food-based acid sanitizer. It's consumer safe, and yeast like it. They actually thrive on it. So don't worry about it. Just use it. It can mix in nicely. Throw that in. Put the lid on. I'll just put it like that for now. Is it right? Yep. Screw that on. I'm going to have to get myself some low profile quick connects eventually. It might be a problem doing a pressure gauge as well. Checking the pressure. Where is it? Gas side. It will work. So I'm just going to remove that. What I'm doing here is actually, I want to put this control valve in. This is a King control valve, and it works a treat. Some people bag them out, but products work, and if they work, I keep using them. I just want to put that on here. Just sanitize the end there. Just so I've got some more control over it, and I reckon it will fit under this. No problem at all. Look at it, just perfect. This is a pressure fermentation control valve, and I'm just happy to keep the pressure under control. That's basically what I need to do. Look at that, it fits beautifully. And I can actually adjust the pressure now that it ferments at. This is going in the house again. I haven't got a fermentation fridge at the moment. In 2 days' time, I'm going to charge this little fella up with hops, get it ready, and inject it in there. I'm going to use some CO2 to gas the acid chamber up so there's no oxygen, and hopefully the best it comes out just awesome. I hope. We'll work it out. Something new, something different. All right, guys, we'll see you in a couple of days. Okay, I'm in my kitchen now where my fermenter's been sitting, and it's been there for about 2.5 days, and I now need to dry hop into this little ripper. Now, the thing I need to do is actually gas this up. No. Just so you know, the little valve here actually locks in. There's a lip on the inside that'll lock the actual handle in, so it'll seal nice and tight. So when you open it, it will be a bit of a workout to get it open, but it opens. It's all, works really good. So what I need to do now is pop my hops in. I'm going to pop in 25 grams of Simcoe, which has been in my freezer, as well as Amarillo. So I'm doing 50 grams of Amarillo. So let's do it, shall we? First we'll open up this little beauty. And we'll open this ripper up. So we just pop the lid. There shouldn't be any pressure in here. I'll just make sure. Just a little bit, not much. Grab that top off, and we have an open chamber. First bag, I shall cut Simcoe. Like I said, it's been sealed in the bag and in the freezer for a little while, so hopefully it's still good. Oh, it is. Pour that in just like that. That's 25 grams of Simcoe, and we've got a 50 grams of Amarillo going in as well. I'll open that. Amarillo. All right. Smell it? Oh, it smells all right too. Look at that. So that are our hops placed in. All I have to do now is reseal the chamber, throw on my clamp, and I need to gas this up to get the oxygen out. So I'm going to actually put CO2 in. I've got a bottle down here, and that is set to, I don't know, about 10 pounds. Doesn't matter. I'm going to throw some CO2 in here in the chamber, and we're going to express it. Okay, valve's open. We're going to excrete it out here. Do it a few times. Oh, we smell those hops. And that way, we purge as much oxygen out of the chamber as possible. Now, the other thing is, I know that the fermenter is at pressure. And the pressure in the fermenter says we're at 15 psi. So I'm going to bring that pressure in here to 15 psi so it equalizes. Or is even higher than 15 to make sure. On the gauge down here, I've got a little gauge that says 15 psi. My gauge on my spundy says 15 psi, so hopefully they're equal. We just let some more gas out. Something's leaking. It's all good. It's not leaking. Okay, I've done that. Now, we are going to allow the hops to enter the brew. Just like that. Done. Oh, okay, it's a 15 psi valve. That's why I'm hearing gas coming out of it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now I'll just push the clamp chamber down, handle down a bit tighter. I can feel it go into a little notch, and she's done. So now we have entered the hops into our chamber. How good's that? That's easy, oxygen-free, and hopefully it will taste great. Okay, the brew's ready. It's ready to be transferred into a keg. I'm holding the camera today, which is a GoPro. It's under pressure at the moment. It's about 10 psi, and my keg is at around about 15 psi. So I'm going to need to let some gas out of this bloke. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I transfer from the fermenter all the way over to the keg, just giving you an insight on how I do the transfer. The fermenter already has 10 psi of pressure in it. The keg has to be below 10 psi so that the fluid would transfer from this to this easily. I'm using a 360 camera, so I can kind of edit as I go. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I'll pop this GoPro onto the bench just so you can see what I'm doing from here. Yes, you can. And we'll rely on the 360 camera to actually see what I'm doing. Now, the audio will be a bit different because I don't have a microphone plugged in or switched onto my chest. So hopefully I can edit that out later. What I have is basically my hop bowl, which is a plastic hopping. A few people have said they're not very good. I think they're all right. Only problem is there's not much room underneath the lip of it, which for me could be a problem. So I got myself a couple of beer quick connects, and they're short, they're low profile. And I have tried actually putting them under here, but they don't fit just. So I figured that if I undo this cap, pop the spring out, it's got sanitizer in it at the moment, the spring will stop the pin inside this bloke. When it's out, it will stop this actually pushing down on the outpost here. So what I'm going to do is manipulate this so it actually goes under, which I believe I can get it to do it. I've done it already. Like that. And actually lock this into place. Just like that. And there's nothing coming out yet. And the idea is I can still transfer my brew by leave. I can't take this off. Basically, I can't take this off because I'm going to oxidize it, and I don't want to oxidize it. I want it to be clean and no oxygen. So I'm hoping that if I push down on here, there you go, you can hear it trying to inject into here. That was actually, oh, it's starting to leak. All right, we've got problems, but I'm going to try anyway. It's too much. What I'm finding is there's too much pressure on the, oh, hang on, I might have got it. So what I did, there you go, it's working. What I did is I unclipped it. Now it was under there. A little bit of mucking around, but it worked. Unclipped it. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. It's really hard, to be honest. and screwed the lid down. Now it's under there. So I think we are on a winner here. Got it. Oh. All right. This is going to be an issue. I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm being suggested a metal one that we can get. Don't know where we can get it from, but I'm going to try and get in a metal one and go from there. Whew, that was a difficult one, that. You still recording? Yes, you are. Bring you over here. So on the other end, it's a similar idea, tiny little thing. I'm going to put a drain plug on that just to quickly siphon some of the fluid out. I've got one of these. These are like a pass-through connector that just allows fluid to flow through. Okay, got a problem. The tube is full of hops. I have to cold crash this before I do any more. Okay, I'll be back when it's cold crashed. Done for the day. Okay, it's been 5 days sitting in the fridge, cold crashing. Now, because of the hops, everything got blocked. And if you can see, I'm a little bit wet. My arm's a bit wet there. I had a bit of a blowout. I basically wanted to empty the trub down the bottom and have it so I don't have a lot of crap picked up into the tube when I transfer it into the keg. And this is what happened. Oh, look, it's all over the fridge. I opened the valve here, wouldn't come out. I poked it a little bit with a stick and everything just flew out straight into here. Made an absolute mess of everything. Of course, that's what happens when you brew sometimes. So I've got a bit of cleaning up to do. So now I'm going to hook up a pipe to this. I know I can do it, and I've done it already before, and transfer it into a keg. Let's do it. I'm going to have to clean this mess a little bit because I'm taking the trub out, which is a good thing, which is giving me less junk to go up the transfer tube. I have my keg, which is still pressurized. It's pressurized to 10 psi. The fermenter is now not pressurized hardly. It's got about 2 psi in it. So I need to now push some gas into that to just pressurize it a little so we can equalize the pressures between the two units. Now the issue I had last time was I couldn't get the little caps on my keg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the top. I'm going to remove the top valve. What can I do? Yep, I've got a little cap. I'll do that. I'll pop a little cap on it and we'll work it out from there. I'll show you in a sec. You're going. So you've got this plastic valve here. I need to remove it so I can actually use these. This is going, I'm not going to use this again. If anybody wants it, let me know. I'll give it to you. I've got a little steel cap that I'm going to put on top to seal the unit, and then I'll let the excess oxygen out as soon as I've done that. All right, let's do it. Okay, the valve is removed. I've minimized the amount of gas, air, oxygen going in, even though there's gas coming out. So it's got gas coming out. So the oxygen was the gas was pushing oxygen away from the valve or inlet. So I shouldn't have any oxygen in there at all while the gas is pushing it out anyway. So I'll just quickly give it a couple of purges. That's fine. I will now start pressurizing the container to make it 10 psi equal to my keg. Right, the gas bottle. I put sanitizer on the terminal. Just inject some sanitizer. What do you call this stuff? CO2. Quick another perch. That's all right. You can't see what's going on, but you can see this working. As soon as it's pressurized and equalized, I'll come back to you. Okay, so what I've done is I injected a bit of gas down this pipe because it was blocked. The problem now is I pretty much know that I'm going to have a bit of a mixed up brew because it went pretty hard because it was I needed about 30 psi to get to blow out the crap, and when I did it, it actually mixed it up inside. So it's going to be mixed. I hope that ejecting this trub out of here is going to help with the transfer. And this one here has now been pressurized to equal pressure of that. Need to purge a little bit of gas out of this to purge, to be able to transfer from the keg to here. So this has to be lower pressure than the actual fermenter. So I've got my made up little device. I'll take the end off that. I'm quickly going to put some gas into it. This is the outpost here. I'm just going to quickly purge this little device to make sure that this has pure CO2 in it, not anything else. So just quickly plug that in. That's CO2'd, now it's sealed. All I have to do now is go to the outpost of the keg, of the fermenter, and we should get transfer into our keg. But of course not, because everything's blocked. All right, new tactic. Because my pickup tube is blocked, I'm now going to revert to gravity transfer. So I'm going to run a pipe from that outlet, because I know that's not blocked at the moment, into my keg. And I'm going to depressurize this. It has got CO2 in it. I need to purge that now and run a pipe from that tube down to my keg. It's not ideal. You can get oxygen in your system. Didn't want to have to do that, but I guess that's what's going to have to happen because I've got a blocked system. And hopefully I'll get these beers drunk quickly, because they smell good. They're probably going to taste really good too. All right, first thing I need to do is get a pipe that's long enough. I've got one here from my auto siphon, so I'll grab that. And everything falls down. Right, now it's cleaned. I'm going to try and get it on this end here, which I think it will work. Yeah, there we go. That's on. We'll open up this, purge the gas out. Pretty much empty anyway. And I'll shove the pipe in there. Like I said, minimal oxygen getting in. That pipe, you want to keep it above gravity, so gravity pulls it down into the keg. I'm going to open the valve and let's see what happens. Let's see if it works. It's going to drive me nuts. It's not going to work, is it? Oh, hang on, something's happening. There we go. We've got... Whoa, slowly. And it's blocked. Oh, hang on, something's happening. We're getting some flow. There we go. It's off. Oh, it's foaming up in there. Don't want to do that. Okay. It's under pressure at the moment, so I'll wait until it stops flowing. Then I'll open the valve and let the air in. Bugger, it's going to foam up. Do you want to have a look? There you go. So it's foaming up. Oh, it's because my pipe isn't in far enough. Oh, we're right. We'll just leave it at that. Let it go. Okay, this isn't ideal. I never do this. But it's transferring. I've got a bit of a mix of trub and hops. The last one did too, and it worked fine. So I'll just wait until it's done. It's not quite 23 litres. The keg is about 19.5 litres. My God, it doesn't happen like this most. And of course, you get to see what happens when things go wrong. Cheers. All right, we have an issue. I've taken the quick connect out because there's so much hops caught up in the spring of the quick connect. And I thought, okay, we'll try and feed the beer. Put it in the fridge, crashed it for about an hour, and it's still clogging up. I'm going to taste this beer, but I'm going to leave it for a couple of weeks. Let it settle a bit and see if I can get a serve from that. If I can't, I'm going to have to siphon it out from the top and try and just use it as quickly as possible before it gets oxidized. Guys, thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for watching all the mistakes I've made today and all the things that went wrong. It happens when you brew, and if you can get past it and brew yourself a really good beer, who cares? It works. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Remember, BlackRock is the sponsor of this channel. I haven't been paid by them, but they did give me the products. So down below is the link. Check them out. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Who the hell, who goes through this much trouble? Why does this always happen? I guess you got to be patient. You're still filming.